Welcome back to the HomeTown podcast. Today we have Erica Sanders. She's one of the folks that you probably don't see very often in the public eye, but she's back in the operations center and doing more loans than most people can imagine. So Erica, thanks for coming in and appreciate the time today.
Thanks for having me.
We are, as a continuing part of the series that we're doing now, we're trying to introduce our employees to our customer and to, of course, other employees also, and just into the public and give them a little background on exactly where we came from, who we are, and the kind of things maybe that we like, and a little bit more about us personally, so that they can get more comfortable with us. And that's important because what we found is we're up to somewhere in the neighborhood of 65 to 70 employees, and a lot of people never see us. They don't know who we are, or even we may work in Sneed primarily or whatever and never be seen anywhere else. And so we thought it was really important, and still do. And I think I'm really excited about the outcomes of all these things to get people introduced to each other again. And I'm sure that we're going to learn something that we didn't know, and that's what's important. So, so Erica, if you don't mind, just tell us a little bit about maybe where you went to school, where you're from, your hometown, those kind of things. Just simple things that can kind of give us some background.
Okay, yeah. I was born and raised here in Oneonta. I was homeschooled for majority of my life. I did go to Oneonta in the first grade. Went to Susan Moore for a very brief time when I was in high school, but I ended up finishing and graduating from homeschooling.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. And now, just as a kind of a sidebar here, Erica's dad, Eric, he and I went to high school together and graduated together. So it's kind of interesting. I mentioned to her before we started that she'll always be Erica Sanders to me because her dad is Eric Sanders and will always be Eric Sanders to me. So anyway, we'll keep going here. So you graduated from homeschooling. What kind of came next for you?
When I finished high school, I went to Wallace State, and I just started, my basics there. I was in the choir. I had a choir scholarship. So I did that for 2 years, and I ended up transferring to Jacksonville State, and I graduated from there with a finance degree.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have something else in common because I also graduated. Now, it was a long time ago, 1987. What year did you graduate from Jack State?
I graduated 2013.
Oh, okay. So a lot of the buildings were probably decayed and gone by the time you got there. They were brand new when I went. Now they were, they're tearing them down now. So anyway, so we do have that in common. We have quite a few Jack State folks on staff, on our team, and it's just not something we really put a lot of emphasis on when we're talking to folks about their job. But and then we kind of take a step back and go, wow, we have quite a group of people that are either have attended Jack State. We have a few that are attending actively now. And it's a great school. I enjoyed it a lot. It was just perfectly sized for me. And did you have that same experience?
Yes. I had a really great experience. I was able to go there and waited tables while I was going to school. So, it worked out perfectly for me at the time.
Yeah, great. So, you have children. I can't.
Yes.
Now, that's another thing that I kind of get a little bit. I have to be reminded exactly how many, because again, we got lots of lots of young mothers. And so,
I have 2 kids. Jace is 7 and Emerson is 4.
7. That's hard to believe. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They grow up really quickly.
They do.
Well, just as kind of a little bit of information here, we annually have something we call our family day, which in most places is called the company picnic. It's a little bit bigger, badder event than that. But through the years, and taking pictures and video and that kind of stuff, we're starting to see the children that maybe were, barely walking or in a stroller now, going into high school or college or that kind of stuff. And so that's the kind of thing that, is really fulfilling for me. But you see in time pass in front of you, not with your own, but with the folks that are around it. So it's pretty cool, to see that happen. So, so you have the 2 kids. You live here in Oneonta, or where do you live?
Yes, I live here in Oneonta.
Okay.
I have a house here in town.
Okay, great. Great. And what do you primarily do for the bank? I know I mentioned a little bit about loans, but I know that's one of the areas, but tell us more.
Yes, I'm a loan processor. So I get the paperwork ready for any loans, whether it be, a car loan or a house loan. One of the ones that are getting documents ready for that loan.
And then, well, I guess not so much documents anymore, but the data sent back out for the people to sign and then get their money. What we just, again, to kind of give you some background, we have what's called centralized loan processing, where we bring everything into one area or one department. And that's made a huge difference in our efficiencies and our ability to move quickly on somebody's request for a loan. And, I tell people all the time, it's not the loan they're wanting, it's the money that they're wanting. And so we need to make sure we get it to them and get it to them in a way they want it. So, what's one of the things that again, trying to recall, Erica, how did you end up at HomeTown Bank?
Well, after I graduated with my finance degree, I applied and I just kept coming back and trying to get an interview, and finally I did, and 2 interviews later I was hired.
So how many years have you been with the bank?
12 years.
Wow. That's another one. Kind of, wow.
Yeah.
Seems like just yesterday we hired you.
Mm-hmm.
But, we're very fortunate to have had you for 12 years or have you for 12 years. So what have you seen anything really change with the bank over the 12 years, or what have you seen really as a major, something that we've achieved or done, or I don't know, the atmosphere, the environment, whatever?
I mean, just always improving the way we do things, the way we operate. I've been processing loans for 7, 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
And just the way we do things, it's so much better now than when I first started. It's quicker, it's easier. Just the way we are always looking to better the way we do things. In any way possible.
Yeah, the constant state of improvement is critical.
Mm-hmm.
And not that just from an efficiency perspective and a financial perspective from the bank, it's also from a personal perspective, because if you kind of learn how to do that, if you learn how to be in a continuous state of that, then you almost start doing that in your personal life. One of the things that we talk about here at the bank a lot is that, there's no real differentiator between personal and business, or personal and work. Your work life impacts your personal life, and your personal life impacts your work life. So why don't we just call it life? Mm-hmm. and work to make both better? And that is basically, the way we like to do that. And that's one of the reasons that it's important, and that we establish a desire to be continuously improving. Because, you get a lot of satisfaction out of being able to do more with that same amount of effort and our perceived effort. So sounds like you've had 12 years of that slope, as we call it, where we're
Yes.
really expanding and expanding people's abilities, capabilities, that kind of stuff. That's great to hear. Well, on a more personal note, I mean, what kind of things do you enjoy doing when you're not at the bank?
When I'm not at the bank, I'm usually spending time with my kids. They're both very active, soccer, gymnastics, things like that. So we're always on the go, doing something for them, or just spending time with friends and family. I like to read when I have time.
Mhm.
We stay busy, so there's not a lot of time for that. But yeah, that's
So
usually
you
my.
mentioned soccer
Mhm.
and gymnastics. Now, which one are they both in? I mean, which one's
Jace
which?
Jace plays soccer. Emerson has tried a little bit of soccer, but it doesn't really keep her attention. She does gymnastics. She's done gymnastics since she was 18 months old.
Wow.
So yeah, she's been doing it for a long time, and she really enjoys that.
Yeah. I tell you, I've always just had an enormous, amazement really at what those, even at that age, but certainly as they're able to do things, it's like, what did she just do? I mean,
Yeah.
and no one's getting hurt, or at
Mhm.
least at that part of it, I didn't see. But anyway, so those two, I'm sure, keep your car rolling, keep
Oh yes,
keep the roads hot.
yes, very much
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting too. It's an exciting time. I mean, it's just, I think I mentioned this before, but, it's just chapters of life that you're flipping,
Mhm.
and, and those, embrace those as they come and embrace them as they continue to come. I mean, that's what's critical. So, um, well, I guess another thing, I asked this question before, but has there been anything, that maybe a story or something that you can share that was kind of a funny, or something that that's something that we try to do to have some fun occasionally here at the bank? We're not all just, I'm hopeful not stuck in a cubicle doing, just crunching all the numbers out every day, but we try to have a little bit of fun. Can you think of any story or anything like that might have happened, or?
I mean, I think some of my favorite memories.
Mhm.
COVID was a difficult time, but during that time, we did have some extra downtime a couple of times where we were able to like go play pickleball and things like that during the day that we don't normally get to do. And, even though that was a very difficult time,
Yeah.
like that brought in like an enjoyment that, hey, we're not really getting to see people as much, or,
Mhm.
live our life like we normally would. But here's a little bit of, freedom to have a little bit of fun during the day and like
Yeah.
blow off some steam. We're always able to
Well,
do
even in
something
the
like
worst of
that.
times, we find a good time. I mean, that's
Mhm.
important. And, um, and then I know that you work from home some.
Yes.
So how does that work out? I mean, you set yourself up in an office. What's that look like?
Yes, so I have a home office at home, and I work there majority of the time. I'm in office at least once a week,
Mhm.
but most other days I do tend to work from home.
Do you like that, or would you rather be in the office? I mean, I get that question all the time.
Yeah, I like working from home. I like having the variety and being able to change it up. Being in the office some days, getting to socialize, see everybody, but then also having the freedom to work from home. If kids are sick or you don't have somebody to watch them, or, they just need a mental health day, and
Yeah,
to stay
sure.
home. Or, just being a little more relaxed and not having to get up and get ready every day. You can just be comfortable and, a little more
Yeah.
chill at home.
Yeah, that's common, in the folks that we do have that work what we call remote, but I mean that's at home, and is that they have the same thing where if child needs to be at home, it helps tremendously. And you guys have a Zoom call. Is it every day? I can't remember. And if I'm fortunate enough sometimes to be here and can see what's going on and hear the voices and see the faces. And, it seems like it's a little bit more relaxed atmosphere at home, even though the work is still the same. I tell you, that's one of the things that we're very happy to be able to do, is to provide a environment where you can thrive at home. Now, you don't have to be together. You don't have to necessarily. Now, we want that, and y'all want that also. And so we bring everybody together a certain amount of time, but we certainly enjoy the freedom to let you work from home if necessary, and we find it's much more efficient for the certain things that we do. And I know you realize that too. So, well, Erica, thank you so much for coming. And
Of course.
one last question: what is it that you're loving about life right now? What is it you're really, really enjoying?
Right now, I'm just really enjoying summer with my kids. Going to the pool, doing fun things on the weekend. My kids, they would live at the pool right now if we could. Every day, can we go to the pool?
Yeah.
So,
well, as I pass the pool, it looks like a lot of kids are thinking the same way.
Yes.
Yeah. And when it's 95 degrees, it's usually a pretty good idea. So, well, that sounds like you're letting the kids be kids.
Yes.
And summer be summer.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Well, thanks again, Erica. And we certainly appreciate what you do for us. And Erica Sanders has been with me today, and we look forward to the next episode of HomeTown Podcast. Thank you.